My lovely air signs, I promised you guys that I would get out the December predictions before December actually got here, unlike I did in November. And today, that is what we're going to do. My dear Aquarius, my Libras, and my Geminis, I'm going to tell you some of the things you can expect for December. Now remember, it's a general reading, so all the cards could apply to your sign, or some of them, or none of them. Maybe you don't resonate with this particular reading, but in general, and that's like kind of like the horoscopes that are in the magazine, you know, in general, you should see something that helps you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, please come back again and we'll try again in January. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and click on the bell that is next to it. That way you can receive all notifications whenever I have a new video. And lately I've been uploading a lot, so you don't want to miss any of the cool stuff that I'm experiencing and sharing with everyone else. If you like this video, don't forget, you should give it a thumbs up. You should leave us a comment in the comment section, a positive one about what you think. And let me see, you should pass it on to people who may want to hear it too. Maybe some of your friends want to know about the air sign predictions for December 2022. If you want to get a reading done, a private personal conversation with me where I read your cards and talk to you about things you can do to improve your life, please email me or hit me up on social media. My DMs are slidable. You can always slide in. They're wide open. Let's see, what else? Oh, and underneath this video, I put everything. I put all my information. I put my Patreon, my Amazon wish list. What else is there? Oh, Ask an Aquarius merchandise, ArchAngel Michael merchandise. There's so much there, so please check it out. All right, air signs, without further ado, let's get into it. So usually I put them in alphabetical order, but not with air signs. Air signs are my favorite people, so I put you in order of my favoriteness. Aquarius is first, Libra is second, and Gemini is third. Aquarius are my favorite people, but fire is my favorite element. I love candles and bonfires and things like that. Anyway, let's get into it. Aquarius. So you're going to go first, of course. Aquarius, your first card, let's push that back. Your first card is the Queen of Swords, Aquarius. So for December, the Queen of Swords is not a bad card. This is actually the Aquarius card. I get this card all the time. If you're an Aquarius, you may get the swords a lot. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, because swords is the air element, so we often get the swords. And the Queen of Swords is not a bad card. Basically, I don't know. It's just the fact that this is telling us quite a few things. The Queen of Swords is really intelligent. So one of the things that Aquarius should be doing, which I know most of you are doing, is smart things. Reading, learning, looking at videos, writing. You should be doing things with your intellect. And for some reason, what they're telling us is that December is going to be a really great time for that. So if you're somebody who has a really intellectual mind, if you're one of those Aquarius like me, as a matter of fact, I'm sitting here thinking that I did say in December I wanted to read a few of the books. I have several books here that I have not finished reading and I want to read so bad. So December would be a great activity for the Queen of Swords. Now, one of the things I want to tell you, the Queen of Swords is often a boss. And it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It's a boss energy. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'm a guy, how did I get the Queen of Swords? Well, guess what? It doesn't matter with the court cards because I get the Knight of Cups all the time, you know? It really doesn't matter with the court cards, the gender. It really goes off the gender's energy. So let's say, for example, in my case, my energy is pretty balanced, masculine and feminine. Some of the times it's a little bit too masculine, actually. And I find myself having to tap into the yin, having to tap into the divine feminine. So for a woman like me, I probably will come up with a lot of those masculine cards because even though I dress feminine and I look feminine most of the time, because sometimes I do wear my little tomboy outfits, but basically, even though I look feminine on the outside with my makeup and my hair and my jewelry, it doesn't matter because my energy a lot is in the masculine. So if you're a guy and your energy is balanced more so, or you're in your feminine more, you may see that. Or it also could be other reasons, like maybe you're doing something that is traditionally considered to be feminine, but we all know that gender roles are played out at this point. So it's really not, but the energy of it may still be. For example, a man who is a daycare center worker might get a Queen of Swords vibration because even though he's masculine, he's still taking care of children, which is nurturing, and nurturing is traditionally considered to be what? Feminine. So that may still come up that way. So don't worry if you're a guy or a girl or you don't identify with either. It doesn't matter. This is just talking about the energy. So the other thing I want to tell you is that if you're Aquarius and you're listening to this, watch your tongue and watch your sword. Okay, because often the Queen of Swords can be very sharp. She'll cut you to the quick with that tongue. She'll cut you off off with your head. You know, Queen of Swords is, you know, like, she can be tough, you know. She's been through a lot. Oftentimes they say the Queen of Swords has been through a lot. That's why you see her background is black and white. And for me, the other backgrounds are a lot more colorful. So that represents to me that she's been through a lot. But look at the butterflies. And I think they're butterflies. You know, I don't know. But that to me says that she's risen up. Things that fly up. So she's risen up out of that hurt and that gray, dark past. But what comes with hurt is wisdom. So the Queen is really smart, and she's not putting up with nobody's stuff either. I get this card all the time because I don't put up with nobody's stuff. Me and the Queen, and this is how the Queen of Swords is. The Queen would rather be by herself than put up with somebody's crap. So if this is you, Aquarius, the only thing I can say is that those are not bad things, but I'm going to tell you, it's the holidays, Aquarius. Try to soften just a little, okay? And you know what I'm saying, Aquarius. I know it's going to be people around, especially those of you who have to go around your family this month. I know it's going to be people around that you're not particularly keen on. Try to soften a little. Don't cut off their head. Don't, curb your sharp tongue as much as you can. You know, and I'm very much talking to myself in this conversation as well. So don't think I'm just ragging on you. We all have to really consider this, okay? This Queen, like I said, is sharp, and they're just giving us the vibration of, just soften a bit, don't kill them with your logic. Don't get into debates over, Christmas dinner. Things like that is what I'm talking about. Just keep it nice and cool and just read some books this month. Get a new book for yourself. Get a new, computer app you want to work on or something like that. Use your intellect and not that sharp tongue. Okay? So that's what I would say for the tarot card for the Aquarius. Now I'm going to give you your oracle cards. This is the Leap of Faith card. Ooh, Aquarius, that is really awesome. Sorry for the noise. I was grabbing the book because this is a brand new deck I just got from Blue Angel. And I thought it would be fun to see what the book says, because it's really short, about the Leap of Faith card for Aquarius. So, first of all, it says here, see this as a chance to create something wonderful. You are in a transition period where you need to draw on your faith, intuition, and knowledge and take the leap. You will not fail. You have a safety net of support in place. You will overcome your fear and find a beautiful outcome is on the horizon. This leap of faith is the best course of action at this time. If you do make a mistake, you have the ability to try again and learn from what did not work the first time. All signs indicate that if you just trust, you will succeed. Jump headfirst into the void of the unknown. Even if you eventually fall for a while, you will soar. So Aquarius, this card is saying in December, you may need to take a leap of faith. So something may happen in December, something that, like causes you to have to trust, causes you to have faith, causes you to do something that you may be afraid to do. There's a lot of fear in this vibration. For example, maybe you're getting married this month. That's a major example, but it may cause you a lot of fear. Maybe you're leaving one job that has been, in your life. Maybe you've been working there for a long time. And in December, you're going, or soon after December, you're going to be going into a new one. And you're not quite certain about the environment, Or maybe you're moving from one country to the next, or one city to the next, or one state to the next. So my point is here, Aquarius, is that for many of you, something will happen this month that will require a leap of faith. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe somebody wants to, holler at you, Aquarius. And instead of ignoring them, maybe you'll this month decide, you know what? I think in December I will talk to this person. So what I'm saying is, Aquarius, if you see an opportunity for a leap of faith, take it. Because according to this, you're going to succeed in the end. I wonder what that is, Aquarius. A leap of faith. I'm very curious to see if this card pertains to my life. Ooh, she's pretty. All right, Aquarius, this is another brand new deck that I just got. Now, these new decks, I actually did the reviews on already, as a matter of fact. So they'll be up. Some of these are already up. So let's see. We're going to look at the guidebook for this one too, Aquarius, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I do not know how to say many of these goddesses' names, and she is one of them. But I do know how to say transcendence. There we go. My goodness, I tell you. All right, so this particular goddess is from Indonesia, it says here. And it says that she is a mermaid goddess, and she is guiding you through the next stage of your life. Okay, so she's come to help us transcend that leap of faith that they were just talking about. So for many of us, this is definitely going to happen because we have a card that's even confirming it. It says here, so get ready to overcome, transform, and transcend. Okay, Aquarius. As always, you have to be the one to make the effort. So start dreaming big. So this is awesome. This goddess is going to help us. And remember, there was fear around that other card. So this is exactly what the kind of thing we need to get past that fear. So like I said, she's an Indonesian goddess. If you want to write her name down and maybe Google her and read more about her. There's also a book. There's a guidebook that comes with this deck. This deck is called what is this one? This is the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck. That's what it is. And there's also a book. I didn't get the book, but if you want to know more about this particular goddess, that book, from what I understand, talks about all of the goddesses in this deck in detail. So this goddess is going to be there to help us transcend this month, Aquarius. All right. All right, so Aquarius, we're done, and I'm going to move over to Libra. I love Libras, but they don't always love me. I think they love me. They just don't always, well, I don't know, do they? I don't know. Some of them don't show it. Some of them, I don't know. I'm always confused when it comes to Libras. I always love them, but I don't always know what the hell they're doing, okay? So, but they're still my favorite sign, so I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's take a look at our dear Libra. Libra, in December, look at that. You got your card. The balance card is also known as the justice card. This is the card that represents Libra. So what does it mean when you get your own card? Well, basically it's telling you you're going to have to lean into the energies of this card this month. Libra, this is giving us the indication that your balance is going to be very important. Your balance is always important, but because it is a very November, December, and January are very difficult months for a lot of people. Sometimes it's just the stress of it. Sometimes it's the family situation. Sometimes it's not having it. Somebody emailed me the other day talking about how lonely it is not to have family during the holidays. So I sat there and talked to him. It was very sad. But I feel like, Libra, you're going to have to do everything you can do this month to maintain your balance, because balance is like this. Sometimes you find yourself working too much. You find yourself doing too many things for family and friends, where your work is suffering, or vice versa. Or you're not taking care of yourself because you're taking care of everybody else. Or you're taking care of your mental health and your emotional health, but not really your physical health. Or maybe your physical health, but not everything else. You see, the balance is off. You're doing a lot of one thing, but not enough of the others. So this card is telling you to look at your life and balance things out. And Libra, yes, you need to be doing this all the time because your sign is about maintaining the balance. But like I said, during these months is even more tricky for some people. So they're telling you that. So keep maintaining it and keeping your balance. Also, this card goes along with things about legalities. Like, for example, if you have to go to court for a parking ticket or something more serious, this is actually a positive omen for legalities. So if you do get a parking ticket, you'll probably get out of it. If you got arrested, you might get a lesser charge. You know, it's a positive omen if something has gone wrong for you legally. And then for some of you, this is a marriage card, because marriage is a legal and binding contract. So you might be signing all kinds of contracts or business deals, but also marriage is a big one that comes with this. So some of you may be taking a plunge for New Year's Eve or Christmas or something like that. And that's a very common thing to happen. So I'm not surprised to see that coming up here. A lot of people get married on Christmas Eve. I would venture to say, I would bet, other than maybe May or the springtime, I would think most people get married during that time. And anybody who, you know, is into the winter, I think, what's that? Valentine's Day is another one that's probably really popular. Things like that. So some of you may be going in that route or preparing to go in that route as well, Libra. So Libras, things don't look too bad. It's just a matter of, see how focused that angel is? I think that's an angel. And you see how focused she is on those cups. And this is really important when you're thinking about tarot and symbolism and all of that. Look at those cups, right? Look at her face. She is concentrating on maintaining the balance so she doesn't spill one single drop. And that's what you need to do this month, Libra. Really, really concentrate. Now, something else that could be great for this month is adventure, Libra. And the thing that I like about this card is that, again, during this season, it's a great time for an adventure. Maybe you should hit the road and go somewhere, Libra. Why don't you take your family and go, I don't know, Sacramento, I don't know. Take your family and go see family or something like that. That would be awesome. Or if you don't have a family, why don't you go on an adventure while you have time off? Don't just sit in the house in your in your sweatpants staring at Netflix. Why don't you pack up the car and go for a trip? Go have some fun. If you have the holidays off and no family, why not have a good time? You know, go see some friends, or, you know, go somewhere you've always wanted to go. So Libra, this card says it is an excellent time to take a short jaunt anywhere that inspires you. If you enjoy horseback riding or riding a bike, create the opportunity to do this. Just get outdoors and travel. It will help you break out of your routine. It may also expose you to a different outlook, a new opportunity, or an escapade. Love a good escapade, right? You are really going to feel so much better after taking a break. There is no feeling quite like having the wild wind blow through your hair or the sun on your back. So remember, the other card was about maintaining balance. So maybe a break will help you with that balance, Libra. Awesome. Awesome sauce. All right, Libra, let's get... Oh, look at this, Libra. You got my girl Sekhmet. I love Goddess Sekhmet. She is from Ancient Kemet. She was known for being fierce. And here they have her as the healing energy. I often see her as the wounded healer in different decks. But Sekhmet was fierce. Sekhmet, man. Sekhmet is who you called when you had to go to war. So she was definitely a fierce energy. Sekhmet, it says here, lioness, goddess of destruction. There it is. Destruction and healing. Sekhmet shows you the power of breaking things down in order to rebuild them better. It's time to do just that. She'll send you messages in your dreams about what will help you transform during your next evolution. So, wow. So look in your dreams for Sekhmet to give you messages for a transformation and probably healing as well. I have a statue of Sekhmet actually in my room. And this is interesting to me because usually Libra gets Mayat or Tahuti. Those are two other Egyptian deities. If you get in Sekhmet, it means that healing is going to be probably important and transformation is going to be important as well. So during this month, all the other things that you're doing, remember to consider those things as well. And healing is on every level. Healing is physical. Remember they talked about the balance. So it's physical, it's mental, it's emotional. It's healing on every level, not just one. All right, Libra, I hope you have a fantastic December. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. What else? Happy New Year. What is the other ones, guys? All of them. Happy Kwanzaa. What else do we have? I think we have Hanukkah, the winter solstice. So if you celebrate any of these things or any other ones, I wish you happy holidays. And if you don't, I wish you positive energy, as always. Now we're going to take a look at Gemini. Gemini, what is going on? Some of you have some really heavy burdens. I'm like, wow, Gemini, your sign seems to be having the hardest time. Aquarius and Libra are doing our thing, but poor Gemini, when you see all these sticks on this poor guy's back, it means that this person has heavy burdens. So there's going to be heavy burdens in December. Those heavy burdens could be work related. They could be family related. They could be just things you have to do. It could just be too many things to do. This looks like a person who's heavily burdened comes with this. Maybe you have to cook Christmas dinner, cook Christmas Eve dinner, cook New Year's Eve dinner, having a Christmas party, trying to maintain things at work, trying to maintain things with your wife or your husband or your kids or your family, trying to get Christmas shopping done, trying to get the laundry done, trying to pay the mortgage. I mean, you might have a lot going on this month, Gemini, even more so than other months. So it just shows me a lot of burdens, but they should come to the end pretty soon because the 10 is the ending of a suit. So usually when we get to this point, it's like it should be over soon. So maybe in 30 days, maybe a little bit more, things should start to alleviate is the point. So Gemini, you're going to have to really be up on your self-care. And you're going to have to be like, what's the word for this? Calming, doing things that calm you. Self-care is all about relaxing yourself. And, this calming energy goes along with it. So, for example, maybe you need to get a massage. Maybe one Sunday you have some time alone, you can get your nails done or get a massage or, something like that. You need to do some things that would help with stress relief. Poor Gemini. Now, Gemini, let's see. Ooh, pretty Gemini. You got the new experiences and possibilities. Okay. Well, even though things are a little bit difficult, at least there's some new energy here. And it might be too many new things. Maybe that's the problem. Let's take a look. It says here, look around in nature. Notice the new beginnings, new experiences, and new choices being shown to you. They will only be evident to you if you take the time to look for these subtle messages. You are on the first steps along a new path. You are being offered a blank page. What are the first words you would like to write on it? Your possibilities are endless. You are in complete control of your life. This is the new beginning of your journey. Live in the present and trust in your own abilities. Plant your seeds and willingly venture into new territory. So Gemini, even though this is kind of overwhelming, there is a lot of new opportunities here. Some of you will be starting something new or getting ready to start something new. So this is really awesome. You just got to pace yourself. That's what I'm saying, is pacing yourself, relaxing, and trying not to do everything all at once. Gemini is known for that. Air signs are real good for, you know, doing too much. So you got to calm down, Gemini. Enjoy those possibilities though, but you got to calm down. Or you've been passed out, Gemini, trying to do all the possibilities. There we go. All right, this is Goddess Athena. Many of you will know Athena. She's the goddess of wisdom. I think she's from the Greek tradition. She's very popular. She's in a lot of decks. And let's see. I know a lot of people that do like, you know, that work with her. And they like her owl. The owl's there on her shoulder. And let's see what the book says. Oh, she is Greek. She's the goddess of war. Interesting. Two goddesses of war came up. Sekhmet first, and then Athena. So somebody told me that there was something going on with the planet Mars. And I know that the way that Mars affects Earth and people on it is that sometimes there's disagreements, there's bitterness, there's war. So Gemini and Libra, you both need to be very careful of that energy. Try not to fight. And as a matter of fact, Queen of Swords, Aquarius, all our air signs really, because they told Aquarius to watch that tongue and watch their swords. So it seems like all of us have this energy going on of war. So be really careful. So it says here, Goddess of War and Wisdom, Athena, asks you to think strategically before you act, Gemini. Use the wisdom you've gained from your experience to determine the path to the most positive outcome for your situation. So Gemini, tap into your wisdom. Like Aquarius, don't be quick to fight. You know, don't be quick to argue. Don't be quick with that. You know, try to breathe. Try to tap into your diplomacy and your wisdom. We all have it. So try to breathe and tap into that, okay? Athena's energy is always going to be there. That wisdom energy will always be there. Tap into your intuition. And when you get lost, talk to your elders or pray, you know, for guidance. If you're somebody who works with Goddess Athena, this would be a great time to actually commune with her. All right, my Geminis, thank you so much, everyone, my air signs. I hope that December 2022 is very prosperous for you all. And I promise you that I will do my very best to get out the video for January before January 1st. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. See you later.